Here we go again, another tag, another form to fill in. Ugh, I live for this stuff. Number 1, my favourite colour is green. I'm just easing you in. I know that my entire background is pretty much red and that I'm, in fact, wearing a shade of red today, but don't be fooled. It's all about the green. Number 2, if you follow me on Tumblr, you'll see that not only do I like an awful lot of acting, singing and Harry Potter, I'm also a massive fan of interior design. It started when I was 12 and I was poorly, so I had a week off school, and instead of watching sitcoms like most normal kids, I watched a whole load of home makeover shows. And now I can't help it, but whenever I walk into a room, I instantly think of 100 ways I might redecorate it. Most people want a Nando's black card, but me? I want a trolley dash in IKEA. Number 3, I believed the Da Vinci Code. I was reading the book and I was totally engrossed in it, and as I finished it, my mind was blown. Whoa. It wasn't until the next day when, still thinking about it, I realised it's fictional. F you, Dan Brown. Number 4, when I was 14, I was an extra on the Ministry of Mayhem. For those who don't know, the Ministry of Mayhem was a kids' TV show that aired every Saturday morning here in the UK, and when it first started, it kind of had an actual ministry theme. They went hard with it, and so all the extras had costumes that made them look like actual maintenance workers in the ministry. The only costume that fit me was a white boiler suit, and when I say fit me, I'm being very generous. It was in this ill-fitting white boiler suit that I met a whole host of celebrities, including Girls Aloud. Here they are, and there I am. And that's how I made a complete cock out of myself in front of Kimberly Walsh. That's a story for another video. Trust me, it's a good one. Number 5, around the same time I started professional wrestling training. Yeah. I know this one's going to be really hard to believe, but I promise you it is 100% true. I'm a massive wrestling fan and it's something that I've always wanted to try, so I got down to the NWA UK Hammerlock Wrestling School, which was in Sittingbourne in Kent at the time, and I gave it a go and I trained there for a couple of years. At a time in my life when I was kind of struggling in the friend department, being around all these like-minded people was really, really cool. I even got the chance to wrestle in a couple of live shows, one in Maidstone, my hometown, and another one in Ashford, and that's where this picture was taken. I know it's really grainy, but trust me, that one there, without the tattoo on his arm, is me. My dad just hadn't figured out the flash yet. Good one, Dad. I really want to give it another go at some point, and I think it'd make a really good video series. YouTubers do wrestling, anyone? Number 6, I've auditioned for the X Factor a grand total of 5 times, to varying degrees of success. What tends to happen is that I get past the first round, but then I somehow mess up the second round audition. But it is such a mixed bag, because in 2010 I went to the Birmingham auditions, and I sang Lonely No More by Rob Thomas, which is the song that I performed at the Lincoln Gathering for any of you who were there, and I didn't get through. The guy had seemed to make up his mind before I walked in, didn't really look at me for the whole audition. I was really annoyed because I knew I'd been note perfect. I got back to uni and one of my friends was like, well, why don't you audition again in London? And I was like, yeah, whatever. And then I thought about it. And so Scarf Team and I went down to London and queued up outside the XL Arena overnight, which was a massive amount of fun. I was one of the first people to be seen, sang the exact same song as I did in Birmingham, and I got through. I'm in split minds as to whether I'll audition this year. On the one hand, I'd love to do the show and I think I'd be an awesome contestant, but on the other hand, it's a lot of effort to put yourself through when the producer's not even going to be looking at you, so who am I kidding, I'm a glutton for punishment. And finally, number 7, I used to take dance classes, ballet and tap to be precise. This was when I was about 4 years old to the age of 9 when I moved down to Kent, and the reason I stopped it is because I was being bullied. Now, this really was only playground teasing, but it was enough to get into my head and stop me from doing it. It's probably one of my biggest regrets in life that I gave it up because I loved it, especially tap, and now I look at people like Adam Garcia and I watch all the tap sequences in Gene Kelly movies, and I'm really jealous of them, and I start thinking to myself, if I'd have carried on, could I have been that good? Now fortunately, I didn't lose my creative flair. I threw myself into the theatre and found the thing that makes me, well, me. But I guess if you're going to take anything from this video, make it that you shouldn't give up on something that you love just because other people don't understand it. In the immortal words of Sheryl Crow, if it makes you happy, it can't be that bad. Except if it's mass genocide, because that's just always bad. Time for watching, hope you enjoyed it. Upload video responses if you like, go and watch the original TomSka video there, and go and watch my previous video there. I'm gonna tag in this video a couple of my friends, Elliot Explicit and Scarf Demon, who I tagged, actually, funnily enough, in the last tag that I did, and she never made the video, so I want you all to go and tweet her at Scarf Demon and make sure she does this one. Bye for now.